All right, welcome back to Jammin' Sports, everybody. As we're getting set for the second game of our triple header for you today. It'll be the Oakland Raiders and the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts come in with a record of 5-10. They've been eliminated from the playoffs. They're just finishing out the schedule. The Raiders come in at 9-6. They are a wild card team in the AFC. They cannot win the division. The best they can be is the 4 seed if they were to win and the Chargers were to lose against the Seahawks. If the Raiders lose, they will automatically be the 5 seed in the AFC playoffs. And so the Raiders still have a chance to be the 4 seed and host a game in the wild card round. So that's their incentive here today. Let's take a look at the standings. Rasputin is now 26-17, and he's taking the Raiders in this one. He already texted me earlier today. Evil Dead is now 118-57, 31 games up. Peneghetti is 44-34, 10 games up. Misty is 97-84, 13 games up. Good job, Misty. And Gracie is 91-91. Gracie likes the Pirates. She's going with the Raiders. Misty, who do you got? Colts. Misty's going for Indianapolis. And we'll see who Peneghetti and Evil Dead take here in a second. I have a pretty good idea, I know, but we'll let them pick. All right, if you're watching on YouTube, follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Let's head out to Indianapolis, Indiana for this one. Raiders Colts here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into Lucas Oil Stadium, Indianapolis, Indiana. It's the Raiders and the Colts. And welcome into another NFL matchup here at Jammin' Sports. The second game of our triple header here for you today. The Raiders, if they lose, they'll be the 5 seed in the AFC. If they can win and the Chargers lose to the Seahawks, they would be the 4 seed. There's the kick. Raiders will get the ball first. Crosland from the 3-yard line for the Raiders over the 20, 25, and out to the 27-yard line. Evil Dead and Peneghetti both take the Raiders. So Misty's the only one who's taken the Colts in this one. Starting quarterback Ryan Pearson in his 5th year out of Washington State. Raiders will start from their own 27-yard line. Raiders lost that heartbreaking game to the Chargers in double overtime in Week 15. A game they were up 17-0, and the Chargers came back and won it. 1st and 10. Oakland at their own 27-yard line. Pearson in the shotgun. Pearson draws back, throws, and incomplete. He was looking for Orlando Cousins in the flat, incomplete. Here's the Raider offense. Up front, Reed, Graves, Gillespie, Allen, and Walters. And then it's Abrams, Law, Cousins, Brown, and Crosland. 2nd and 10 from the 27-yard line. On 2nd and 10, Pearson under center. Pearson to Cousins up the middle, and Orlando Cousins to the 35. And that'll be a gain of 7 yards and bring up 3rd and 3. Jared Bowles on the tackle. Orlando Cousins, the 7th year back out of Louisiana Tech. Jared Bowles, the third-year linebacker out of San Diego State. 3rd and 3 for Oakland now at their own 35 on the opening possession of the ball game. Raiders come out. Pearson under center. Pearson hands off to Casey Law, 3 yards out to the 38-yard line. The Raiders are 9-6, which is amazing because they started the season 0-3, but they went 9-3 down the stretch, and they've clinched they've clinched a wild card. They cannot win the division because both the Chargers and the Seahawks both beat the Raiders twice this season. So if they were to tie either one, the other team has the tiebreaker. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line in the I formation. Pearson, play action, looking. Pearson rolls out, throws, caught by Nelson. Terry Nelson out to the 44-yard line. A gain of 6, it'll be 2nd and 4. Terry Nelson, the 14th-year tight end out of Wisconsin. The tackle made by number 53, Xavier Wright, in his 13th year out of Florida. 2nd and 4 for the Raiders at their own 44-yard line. Still the opening possession of the game. Pearson under center. Pearson to Law, and Casey Law driving forward to the 48-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. That should be a first down. Let's take a look at the Colt defense. They play a 4-3. Fordham, McKinley, Coles, and Hammond up front. Linebackers, Wright, McFadden, and Conley. They play a 4-3. And the secondary, Cox, Ransom, Morrison, and Rucker. They do not pick up the first down. It'll be 3rd and inches for the Raiders at their own 48-yard line. Raiders come out in the I formation. Pearson under center. Pearson, play action. Throws, caught by Cousins. No, he could not hold on. That was broken up by the linebacker, Jared Bowles, and the Raiders' opening drive stalls out. It'll be 4th and inches at the Indianapolis 48-yard line, or their own 48-yard line. Skylar Rory will come into punt. Rookie out of Maryland gets the punt away. Well, he shanked that one. A 13-yard punt by Rory goes out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And now the Colts will take over. Hudson Card, the 3rd-year quarterback out of Purdue. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead, Penn and Getty's here. The second game of our triple header on this Sunday here at Jammin' Sports. On 1st and 10. Card in the shotgun. Card looking, throws, and is dropped. Almost picked off by Cody Neal, the linebacker. Incomplete. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Up front, Brown, Ballard, Morgan, Perry, and Jones. And then it's Hill, Brown, Lattimore, Stanley, and Sanders. 2nd and 10 for the Colts at their own 35. The Raiders had the ball first. They had to punt. This is Indianapolis's opening possession. The roof is closed here at Lucas Oil Stadium here today as it's cold outside, about 40. Card in the shotgun, 2nd and 10. Card sets up to Lattimore down the sideline, and Randall Lattimore to the 44 and gain of 9. The eldest of the Lattimore brothers, Randall Lattimore, in his 10th year out of Ole Miss. Cody Neal, the linebacker, the former Lion, in his 13th year out of Oklahoma State, on the tackle. 3rd and inches from the 44-yard line for the Colts. Card under center, everybody in tight. Card hands off to Lattimore, and on second effort picks up the first down. He was hit by number 79, Sean Everett, the 3rd-year defensive tackle out of Indiana. But on second effort, Lattimore, I think, picks up the first down. He kind of twisted his body and dove across the marker. Oh, they're going to say he came up short. 4th and inches. Wow. They got a bad spot. No review. Trevor Carl back to punt. So both teams come up empty on their opening drive, and that will go... Oh, look at that. It was like a pitching wedge shot to the green. It just sits there and dies at the 1 yard line. Great punt by Trevor Carl, the rookie out of Northwestern. And now the Raiders will start 1st and 10 from their own 1 yard line. 4:48 left to play. Here in the first quarter, no score. Lucas Oil Stadium, Indianapolis, Indiana. Week 16 here at Jammin' Sports. We have the Cowboys and the Chiefs after this. Raiders come out in the offset eye. Ryan Pearson under center. Pearson hands off to Cousins. A little breathing room. Orlando Cousins 7 yards out to the 8 yard line. And that'll bring up 2nd and 3. Mike McKinley on the tackle, the 12th year defensive tackle out of Iowa. 2nd and 3 from the 8 yard line. Raiders come out. Pearson in the shotgun. Pearson to Cousins. And Cousins makes a move and gets out to the 12 yard line. Lathan Ransom came up, made the tackles, but that'll be a Raider first down. Under 4 minutes left in the first quarter. 1st and 10. Pearson under center. Pearson hands off to Cousins, and Orlando Cousins picks up 4 out to the 16 yard line. Make it a 3 yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7. Mike McKinley again on the tackle for Indianapolis. Three and a half minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Raiders come out 2nd and 7. Pearson under center. Pearson to Cousins up the middle, and Cousins to the 18 yard line. A gain of 2 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Jared Bowles on the tackle. Bowles and McKinley, the only two making tackles for the Colts so far. 3 minutes left in the first quarter, no score. 3rd and 5 for the Raiders at their own 18 yard line. Pearson in the shotgun, a back on either side. Pearson draws back. Pearson looking. Pearson looking. Pearson throws and caught by Casey Law. Turns upfield. Big gain. Law down the sideline and all the way out to the 46 yard line. A 28 yard gain by Casey Law, the 4th year back out of Navy. Lathan Ransom, the safety, came up, made the tackle. The 3rd year safety out of Ohio State. That's a first down for the Raiders. .225 and counting. 1st and 10. Raiders come out in the I formation. Pearson under center. Pearson fakes the handoff. Pearson throws and tries to dump it outside. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. .211 left here in the first quarter. No score. 2nd and 10 for the Raiders at the 46. This drive started at the 1 yard line. 5 wide, empty backfield. Pearson in the shotgun. Pearson looking. Pearson throws, caught by Brown, breaks a tackle, and Drake Brown, the tight end, just breaking tackles And I think they're going to get the Colts with a face mask. That's going to be on Adam Cox, I believe.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Tack on 15 more. And the Raiders are going to be down to the 22-yard line.
Automatic first down.
Clock stops with 2:05 left here in the first quarter. Raiders just marching down the field here, getting aided by a face mask penalty. 1st and 10 Raiders at the Indianapolis 22-yard line. Raiders are in the playoffs already as a wild card. Right now they'd be the 5 seed. The best they can do is the 4 seed. 1st and 10 from the 22. Pearson to Law, getting around the outside. And Law breaks the tackle and picks up a yard to the 21. It'll be 2nd and 9. A.J. Conley, the 9th-year linebacker out of Marshall, on the tackle. The Raiders would have to win this game, and the Chargers would have to lose to the Seahawks for the Raiders to be the 4 seed. The Chargers would drop to the 5 if that were to happen. On 2nd and 9, Pearson pump fakes, hands off to Cousins. Up the middle, Orlando Cousins to the 12. Gain of 9 yards, and that'll be a Raider first down. Coming up on a minute left to play here in the first quarter. It's a long drive by the Raiders that started at the 1-yard line. 4 wide, 1st and 10 from the Indianapolis 12. Pearson looking. Pearson throws. Caught by Peyton Clymer. Touchdown. Raiders. A 12-yard touchdown catch by Peyton Clymer, the 11th-year receiver out of Tennessee. And the Raiders go 99 yards on the drive, and they get a touchdown. Great drive by the Raiders. And the Raiders go up 6-0. And now the extra point by Cody Foster in his 4th year out of Stanford. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. Raiders lead at 7-0. 54 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Live from Lucas Oil Stadium, Indianapolis, Indiana. Week 16 here at Jammin' Sports, as Davis has joined us again from out in the desert in the Phoenix area. Welcome in, Davis. The Cleveland Browns upset the Pittsburgh Steelers 28-21 in the game before this. That game is being uploaded to YouTube as we speak. We'll have the Cowboys and the Chiefs after this. We'll head to Kansas City. Foster will kick off from the 2-yard line. Aiden King brings it out over the 20, 25, and King out to the 27-yard line. Indianapolis will start from their own 27. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Raiders up 7-0. The Colts are just playing for pride. They're 5-10. They've been ousted from the playoffs for a couple of weeks now. Just finishing up the schedule. On first down, 5 wide. Pearson in the shotgun. Empty backfield. Not Pearson, I'm sorry. That's Card. Card looking. Card throws, and it's nearly picked off. Should have been. Jason Law had a shot at it. Here's the Raider defense. They play a 4-3. Bullock, Cripps, Everett, and Ryan up front. Linebackers, Bowles, Neal, and Stokes. And the secondary, Law, Brown, Jefferson, and Hill. 2nd and 10 for the Raiders, for the Colts, at their own 27-yard line. 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Indianapolis comes out, 4 wide. Card under center. Card to Lattimore around the outside. And Randall Lattimore to the 32-yard line, a gain of 5. Jason Law came around, made the tackle. 10th-year defensive back out of Arizona. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Colts at their own 32-yard line. 24 seconds left. 4 wide, Card in the shotgun on 3rd down. Card looking. Card steps up, throws, and caught by Sanders. And Dean Sanders out to the 42-yard line. 6th-year receiver out of Oregon State, gain of 10. First down, Colts. But that's going to do it for the first quarter. Raiders lead it by a score of 7-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Lucas Oil Stadium, Indianapolis, Indiana. We go to the second quarter. Raiders lead the Colts 7-0. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Colts at their own 42-yard line. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead, Penn and Getty, and Sports Davis on this Sunday on this Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, everybody, if you're a father. 1st and 10. Card in the shotgun. Card looking, throws, caught by Hill, and James Hill out to the 48-yard line. A gain of 9. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. The 8th-year receiver out of Louisiana Tech. On 2nd down for the Colts at the Raider 48-yard line. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Card in the shotgun. Card to Lattimore, gets the first down, and Randall to the 38-yard line, but a flag is down. This may be coming back or not. We'll see. Holding on Indianapolis. On Justin Perry, the right guard. 10-yard penalty. It'll be 2nd and 10. That must have happened 9 yards downfield. 2nd and 10 from the 43-yard line. Or a yard downfield. Card in the shotgun. Card hands off to Lattimore up the middle, and Lattimore to the 48. And that'll be a gain of 6. It'll be 3rd and 4. Dwayne Jefferson on the tackle, the safety, in his 5th year out of Hampton. 3rd and 4 for the Colts at their own 48-yard line. 4 wide for the Colts. Card in the shotgun. Card looking. Card throws and caught by Lattimore on the sideline. He fumbles, and the Raiders pick it up. Herschel Grady picks up the loose football. As Lattimore had the first down, he took a shot and dropped the football along the sideline. Let's check to see if he was down. That ball's coming out. He took a shot from Raylan Smith, the linebacker. That ball is out before he's down. It's coming out. And Herschel Grady, the 9th-year defensive back out of Louisville, recovers it on the sideline. The Raiders get the ball back. 1st and 10, starting at their own 42-yard line with 6:56 left here in the first half, up 7-0. Let's see if the Raiders can capitalize. Raiders come out 4 wide. Pearson under center. Pearson to Cousins. Orlando Cousins gets tripped up at the 46, a 4-yard gain. Mike McKinley on the tackle, the defensive tackle. Be 2nd and 6. .6:35 left to play here in the second quarter. 4 wide for the Raiders. Pearson under center on 2nd down. Pearson. Cousins again up the middle, and Orlando Cousins close to the marker out to the 48-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5. It'll bring up 3rd and inches. Daniel McFadden on the tackle, the second-year linebacker out of Ohio State. When this sim season comes to a close, it'll be a quick turnaround to start sim season 38 because we'll be using 19 again, and it won't take me long to convert the rosters. Pearson throws near side. Brown down the sideline. Drake Brown out to the 37-yard line. First down, Raiders. Gain of 9 yards. Lawrence Rucker came up, made the tackle. 8th-year defensive back out of Auburn. First and 10 from the 37-yard line. In the I formation. Pearson under center. Pearson, play action, looking. Throws deep downfield. And Abrams can't come down with it as Lawrence Rucker knocks the ball away from Antonio Abrams. Incomplete, to be 2nd and 10. It doesn't have to be much. It can be small. It doesn't matter. 2nd and 10 from the 37-yard line. Pearson under center. Pearson to Cousins, trying to get outside, and Orlando Cousins goes down, but a flag is down. Goes down at about the 36-yard line. Block in the back on the Raiders. On Bobby Graves, the left guard. That'll back him up. It'll be 2nd and 19 for the Raiders at the Colt 45-yard line. Raiders up 7-0, trying to make it a 2-possession game, trying to capitalize off the fumble recovery. In the I formation, Pearson to Cousins, getting outside, and Cousins will lose a couple of yards back to the 47, be 3rd and 20. Whatever. Leon Terrell on the tackle, the second-year defensive back out of Louisville. Actually, it was Lathan Ransom, I'm sorry. 3rd and 20 for the Raiders now at the Indianapolis 47-yard line. 4:50 and counting here in the half. 4 wide, single back, Pearson in the shotgun. Pearson looking. Pearson rolls out, throws downfield, caught by Drake Brown down to the 31-yard line. A gain of 16. He's going to be short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 4. And now Oakland will try a 48-yard field goal. Cody Foster will come on. It'll put the Raiders up by 10 if Foster can connect. The 4th-year kicker out of Stanford from 48 yards. Snap, kick is up. And it's good. Raiders lead at 10-0. 4:08 left to play here in the first half. Live from Lucas Oil Stadium, Indianapolis, Indiana. Week 16 here at Jammin' Sports. The 9-6 Raiders, the 5-10 Colts. I'm sorry, Misty. That'll work. And a drink, please. Misty's making me a sandwich. Making me a sandwich. Cody Foster will kick on for the Raiders. We'll have the Cowboys and the Chiefs after this. Foster will kick. A yard deep. Brown brings it out. Sean Brown over the 20. And Brown out to the 27-yard line. The fifth-year back out of San Jose State. 4:04 left in the half. Raiders up 10-0. They have kept Randall Lattimore in check. He only has 11 yards rushing. First and 10. Colts have it at their own 27-yard line. This will be the Colts' last game in Indianapolis for the foreseeable future. Next season, we move them to Baltimore. We get rid of the Ravens. On first and 10, 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Card under center. Card draws back, throws, caught by Stanley. And Kendall Stanley out to the 37-yard line. A gain of 10, and that'll be a first down. The 9th-year tight end out of Stephen F. Austin. First down, Colts. Cody Neal, the linebacker, came up, made the tackle. .346 and counting until halftime. First and 10, Colts come out. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Card in the shotgun. Card draws back. Card looking. Card throws and caught wide open. Stanley down the middle to the Raider 40-yard line. A 23-yard gain to Kendall Stanley. Nobody was on him. Right down the middle, wide open. Nelson Brown, the 4th-year safety out of Georgia Tech, came up, made the tackle. No, that's all right. Just a drink. First and 10 from the 40-yard line. 4 wide. Card in the shotgun. Single back. Card draws back. Looking. Card throws. And wide open again down the middle. Dean Sanders down to the 13-yard line. Gain of 27. Can't the Raiders guard down the middle? Wow. Brown and Law come up, make the tackle. That's another Indianapolis first down. Raiders lead at 10-0. The Colts trying to get on the board before halftime. Oh, thank you, Misty. Yes, a drink. She brought me a sandwich. She brought me 2 sandwiches. First and 10 from the 13-yard line with the sourdough bread. I like that. Card in the shotgun. Card looking. Throws. Caught by Sanders. Down to the 4-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and inches. A gain of 9 down to the 4-yard line. Dean Sanders on the catch. Coming up on the 2-minute warning here. Card. To Lattimore. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 4-yard touchdown run by Randall Lattimore. 10th-year back out of Ole Miss. And the Colts get on the board right before the 2-minute warning. P.J. Burke will come on for the extra point. Oh, he hit the upright. He hit the left upright. He doinked it. And the Raider lead continues to be a 4-point lead, 10-6 over the Colts. That'll come back and haunt him. 2:02 left. We'll have the kickoff and then the 2-minute warning. He dunked it. Trevor Carl, the punter, does the kickoff. Carl will kick. That'll be fielded by Crosland at the 2 over the 20, 25. Levi Crosland out to the 34-yard line. 2-minute warning. Raiders up 10-6 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Lucas Oil Stadium, Indianapolis, Indiana. 1:57 left in the first half. Raiders lead the Colts 10-6. Raiders are playoff bound. The Colts are not. Raiders trying to be, if the Raiders can become the fourth seed, they will host a playoff game. First and 10. Pearson hands off to Cousins up the middle. Orlando Cousins to the 41-yard line, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. Jared Bowles came up, made the tackle. Second and 3 for the Raiders at their own 41-yard line. Pearson under center. Pearson looking, throws, coming across the middle to Clymer out to the 50-yard line, a gain of 9. That'll be a Raider first down. Raiders driving down the field. They would love to score again before halftime. A minute 10 and counting here in the first half. First and 10 Raiders at the 50-yard line. Pearson under center. Pearson draws back, looking, throws down the middle, caught by Clymer again, down to the 42, a gain of 8. And the Raiders take a timeout to bring up 2nd and 2 with 54 seconds left here in the first half. Raiders up 10-6. Adam Cox on the tackle. We have the Cowboys and the Chiefs after this. We'll head to Arrowhead in Kansas City for that one. On 2nd and 2, 4 wide for the Raiders. Pearson under center. Pearson throws, caught by Clymer. And Clymer down to the 33-yard line. A gain of 9, and that'll be a Raider first down. Raiders take a timeout. They have 1 left with 49 seconds left here in the first half. Raiders on the edge of field goal range. First and 10 from the 33-yard line. I'm trying to eat a sandwich. On 1st and 10, Raiders come out 4 wide. Pearson in the shotgun. Pearson looking. Pearson throws, caught by Cousins. Orlando Cousins to the 31-yard line. A gain of 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8. Daniel McFadden on the tackle. Raiders are now in field goal range. They're holding on to the timeout. 34 seconds left until halftime. Clock is moving. 30 seconds. 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Pearson in the shotgun. Pearson looking. Pearson throws, caught by Brown. Drake Brown, the tight end, down to the 3-yard line. A gain of 28. First and goal for the Raiders. They take their final timeout with 13 seconds left until halftime. First and goal from the 3. The Raiders are close enough. They can take a shot. I would take one shot before attempting a field goal. You have time to take one shot at the end zone. And the Raiders are going to take it 4 wide. Pearson under center, single back. First and goal. Pearson looking. Pearson throws back of the end zone. Crosland, touchdown, Raiders. A 3-yard touchdown catch by Levi Crosland, the 6th-year receiver out of Virginia. In the back of the end zone, great catch by Crosland. And the Raiders go up 16-6 with 8 seconds left. It's now a 2-possession lead for the Raiders. The extra point by Cody Foster. It's up and good. Raiders lead by 11. 17-6 with 8 seconds left until halftime. Raiders looking good so far here in the final regular season game. Their last chance for a tune-up before the playoffs start. Cowboys Chiefs up next will be in Arrowhead. Cody Foster will kick off for the Raiders. There's the kick. From the 3-yard line, Sean Brown over the 20, 25, and Brown out to the 30-yard line. 4 seconds left in the half. Let's see what the Colts do here, with just 4 seconds to work with. What do they choose to do? Well, they're going to try a Hail Mary. They got 3 to the near side. Card in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Card looking. Throws deep down the sideline into a crowd, bouncing around, nearly caught. Halftime. Halftime score, the Raiders 17, the Colts 6, here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to Lucas Oil Stadium, Indianapolis, Indiana. We get set to start the third quarter. The Raiders in charge, up 17-6. Final week of the regular season. Raiders at 9-6. They would like to get to 10 wins. The Colts at 5-10. They've been eliminated from postseason play. Colts will get the second half kickoff, down by 11. From the goal line, Aiden King over the 15-20. And King with a flag down. Gets out to about the 25. I think we're going to have a block in the back or something here.
Holding, receiving team.
Holding on the Colts, Russ Carrington. That'll back him up. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Indianapolis down by 11. 1st and 10 from their own 15. Card in the shotgun. Card looking. Card rolls out, throws, and incomplete. Looking for James Hill. Great defensive play by Dwayne Jefferson. The safety, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10 from the 15. 5 wide. Card in the shotgun, empty backfield. Card throws and caught by Kendall Stanley. Stanley out to the 29, a gain of 14. And that'll be an Indianapolis first down. Cody Neal, the linebacker, on the tackle. First down, Colts. First and 10, Indianapolis, from their own 29. Everybody in tight. Card under center. Card draws back. Throws down the middle and nearly picked off by Stokes, the linebacker. Bryce Stokes, the fourth-year linebacker out of Southern Miss. Broke up that pass. It'll be 2nd and 10. Well, he should have caught that one. They were looking for Kendall Stanley, the tight end. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 29. Colts come out, 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Card in the shotgun. Card to Lattimore, and Randall Lattimore to the 34-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 5, a gain of 5. Cody Neal on the tackle. Third and 5 for Indianapolis at their own 34-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Card in the shotgun. Card looks, throws down the sideline, and Francis hauls it in. Eric Francis at the 42 of the Raiders. 24 yards, actually, to Eric Francis, the 4th-year receiver out of USC. First down, Colts. Tommy Hill makes the tackle. 3rd-year defensive back out of Nebraska. Six and a half minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Colts try to make it a one-possession game. 1st and 10 at the Raider 42-yard line. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Card in the shotgun. Card looking. Throws down the middle. Caught by Sanders. Dean Sanders, 10 yards to the 32-yard line. Oh, really? Wow. Misty and Grace here, they just made a cooking video. All right. All right. Is that on TikTok? All right. Look for Misty and Gracie's video on TikTok under Misty's Cafe. Yeah. Card on 2nd and inches. Throws on the sideline down to the 19-yard line. Making the catch, Charlie Thomas, 3rd-year receiver out of Cincinnati. You got him in the oven? You got him in the oven? Okay. All right, I get to have brownies in a little bit. Made by Gracie. Made with love. 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. That's your brownie update. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Card in the shotgun. Card looking. Card throws and incomplete. Looking for Dean Sanders down by the goal line. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 19. 5:35 left in the 3rd quarter. Raiders up 17-6. On 2nd and 10 from the 19. Single back. Everybody in tight. Card in the shotgun. Lattimore in motion now. Empty backfield. Card looking. Throws and caught by Ryan. Sam Ryan, the rookie tight end out of Notre Dame, down to the 3-yard line. A gain of 13 yards, and that'll be an Indianapolis first down. First and goal from the 3. Five, 12 and counting. 3 to the far side. Card in the shotgun. Card hands off to Lattimore. Lattimore bouncing around, loses 2 yards. Back to the 5-yard line. Tackle made by the Raiders, number 79, Sean Everett, the defensive tackle. It'll be 2nd and goal for the Colts at the Raider 5. Indianapolis comes out. 5 wide, empty backfield. Card in the shotgun. Card looks, throws, and it's picked off, but he falls out of bounds. Herschel Grady picks it off in the back of the end zone, but he falls out of bounds. It'll be an incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 5. 4 wide for the Colts. Card in the shotgun. Card looking, throws, caught by Hill. Touchdown, Colts. A 5-yard touchdown catch by James Hill, the 8th-year receiver out of Louisiana Tech. And Indianapolis makes it a 1-possession game. And they're going to go for 2. They're down by 5. They want to make it a 3-point game. 5 wide, empty backfield. Card in the shotgun. 2-point try. Card looking, going to try to take it himself, and he does not get in. He tried a quarterback draw. It didn't work. Raiders are right there. Hill on the tackle, number 94. Isaiah Hill, the rookie defensive tackle out of Temple, makes the tackle. That's a lot of T's in that sentence. So the Raiders lead it now 17-12. .4:29 left in the 3rd quarter. Lucas Oil Stadium, Indianapolis, Indiana. Week 16 here at Jammin' Sports. Trevor Carl will kick off. From the 2-yard line, Levi Crossland over the 20, 25, and Crossland out to the 30-yard line. Raiders up by 5 will take over with 4:25 left in the 3rd at their own 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead, Penn and Getty. I think Davis is still here. Raiders come out. Ryan Pearson, the quarterback. Pearson hands off to Cousins, and Orlando Cousins picks up 3 to the 33-yard line. McFadden on the tackle. Daniel McFadden, the linebacker, in his 2nd year out of Ohio State. A gain of 3 for the Raiders. It'll be 2nd and 7 at their own 33-yard line. We're coming up on 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Raiders come out. Everybody in tight in the offset eye. Pearson to Law, and Casey Law a yard to the 34-yard line. Adam Cox on the tackle. 9th-year defensive back out of Iowa. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Raiders at their own 34-yard line. Four wide, Pearson in the gun. Pearson looking, throws deep down the sideline, and they're going to call pass interference on the Colts. He was looking for Peyton Clymer, and Lathan Ransom interfered with his ability to catch the football. Spot foul will be at the 27-yard line. First down, Raiders. Oakland trying to make it a 2-score game again. They need a touchdown to do so. 5 wide. Pearson in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Empty backfield now. Pearson looking. Throws. And it's picked off in the end zone by Lawrence Rucker. They were looking for Clymer. And the Colts get it back. Lawrence Rucker was guarding him very closely. And it just jumps the route and picks it off. The 8th-year defensive back out of Auburn. And now Indianapolis on the touchback will get it at the 20-yard line. Down by 5. Colts can take the lead now on this drive. A lot of time left in this game. 3:20 left here in the third quarter. Colts come out. Everybody in tight. Single receiver wide. Card under center. Card to Lattimore. And Lattimore to the 23-yard line. A gain of 3. And that'll bring up 2nd and 7. The linebacker is Zachary Bowles on the tackle in his 3rd year out of Ohio State. On 2nd and 7, 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Card hands off to Lattimore up the middle, and Lattimore out to the 32-yard line. A gain of 9, and that'll be an Indianapolis first down. Cody Neal, the linebacker, came up and made the tackle. The wild card playoffs will start Friday night. We'll have the AFC wild card Friday. We'll have the NFC wild card on Sunday of next week. 4 wide for the Colts. Card in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Card looking. Card throws and caught by James Hill to the Raider 44-yard line. 24 yards and an Indianapolis first down. Raiders were up 10-0 at one point. The Colts are coming back. Nelson Brown, the safety on the tackle. Two minutes left in the third quarter. 1st and 10 from the Raiders 44. 4 wide. Card to Lattimore. And Lattimore gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. Tackle made by Ron Springs, the 4th-year defensive end out of Iowa. Second and 10, Indianapolis from the Raider 44. 4 wide. Card in the shotgun. Card drops back, throws down the middle, caught by Hill. And James Hill to the 37-yard line. That'll be a gain of 7. That's going to bring up 3rd and 3 for the Colts at the Raider 37-yard line. A minute 10 left here in the third quarter. Raiders up by 5, 17-12. Colts trying to take the lead. Indianapolis comes out. Card under center. Sanders in motion. Card looking. Throws. And caught by Stanley down the sideline. Kendall Stanley in for the touchdown. A 37-yard touchdown catch by Kendall Stanley. And the Colts go up 18-17. And they'll go for 2 to try to make it a 3-point game. The Colts have come all the way back, and they have taken the lead. Indianapolis will go for 2. Try to put themselves up by 3. Card under center, everybody in tight. Card looks, Card. And Card's gonna, well, he's still alive, but he gets taken down at the 1. They do not get in, so it's an 18-17 lead. Making the tackle, Zachary Bowles at the goal line. Card had like 2 or 3 chances to get in the end zone. Doesn't make it. So the Colts lead by 1, 18-17. We're in the waning moments of the third quarter. Trevor Carl will kick off for the Colts. .47 seconds left here in the third quarter. Plenty of time for the Raiders. There's the kickoff by Carl. From the 1, Boykin brings it back over the 20, 25. On the return, Terry Boykin, the rookie out of South Carolina, out to the 26-yard line. 43 seconds left in the third quarter. Colts up 18-17. If the Raiders lose, they are locked in. They'll be locked into the 5 seed. There's a big difference between 4 and 5. 4 would host a playoff game in the wild card round. 5 would be on the road. First and 10 from the 26. Pearson in the gun. Pearson throws down the middle, caught by Clymer. Out to the 36, a gain of 10, and that'll be a Raider first down. The 11th year receiver out of Tennessee, Peyton Clymer. Linebacker Daniel McFadden on the tackle. Raiders come out on first down. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Pearson, play action, throws deep, caught by Brown. Drake Brown down the sideline. Touchdown, Raiders. 64 yards. The rookie tight end out of Duke, Drake Brown, touchdown. And the Raiders go up 23-18. He was open down the sideline, and for a tight end, he's got good speed. Touchdown. And just like that, the Raiders retake the lead. Evil Dead and Penn and Getty got to like that. Now the Raiders will go for 2. They want to be up by 7. They're up by 5 at the moment. They spread the receivers out. Pearson in the gun. Pearson to Cousins, and he does not get in. So it remains a 23-18 lead for the Raiders. They lead by 5 with 7 seconds left now in the third quarter. Here at Lucas Oil Stadium, Indianapolis, Indiana. Week 16 here at Jammin' Sports. The regular season finale for both teams. Raiders are in the playoffs. The Colts are not. Raiders will kick off. Cody Foster will kick for Oakland. Kickoff by Foster. From the goal line, Sean Brown over the 15, 20, 25, and Brown gets nailed at the 26-yard line. 4 seconds left here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Colts at their own 26. Down by 5, 23-18. Misty, the only one who took the Colts. Everybody else took the Raiders. Card in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Card to Lattimore, a draw play, and Lattimore out to the 30. At the end of 3, Raiders lead it 23-18 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back, Lucas Oil Stadium, Indianapolis, Indiana. We go to the fourth quarter. Raiders lead the Colts 23-18. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Colts at their own 30-yard line. Colts just playing for pride. Raiders still have something to play for. They're trying to win, so they'll have a home playoff game, possible home playoff. On 2nd and 5, Card in the shotgun. Card looking. Card steps up, throws deep, and it's caught by Sanders down to the 36-yard line. First and 10 for the Colts at the Raider 36-yard line. Card looking on 1st down, throws deep. Stanley can't hold on, incomplete. Dwayne Jefferson knocks the ball away. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 36-yard line. On 2nd down, Colts come out 4 wide. Card in the shotgun. Card looking. Card throws. Sanders makes the catch. Dean Sanders down to the 29. A gain of 7. And that'll bring up 3rd and 3. Sanders closing in on 100 yards. Receiving on the day. 3rd and 3 from the 29-yard line. On 3rd and 3, 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Card in the shotgun. Card looks. Card steps up, throws on the sideline down to the 29. No, he's out of bounds. That was James Hill making the catch on the sideline, but he comes down. Actually, it was Dean Sanders out of bounds. It'll be 4th down. This would be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Nope, the Colts are going to go for it. On 4th and 3. 4 wide, single back. Card in the shotgun. Card looking. Card in trouble now. Throws. Caught by Hill inside the 10, and he fumbles. And the Raiders pick it up at the 9-yard line. Dwayne Jefferson picks up the loose football. Was he down? We're going to want to see if he was down. They had the first down. As Hill, that ball's out. That's Raider football. The Colts will come up empty. And making the stick was Nelson Brown, the safety. Knocks the ball out. And now the Raiders take over. Raiders up 23-18. They can make it a 2-score game if they were to get a touchdown. 7:04 left here in the fourth quarter. Raiders will start at their own 9 following the fumble recovery. Raiders come out. Pearson under center. Pearson fakes the handoff. Watch out. Oh, they pick up the blitz. Throws it outside to Brown. And Drake Brown out to the 29-yard line. A gain of 20. That was made possible because they picked up the safety blitz. Brown having a big day. 156 yards receiving. 1st and 10 Raiders now at their own 29. Cowboys Chiefs up next. On first down. Pearson under center. Pearson hands off to Cousins up the middle, and Orlando Cousins to the 39-yard line, close to the marker. A gain of 9. He'll bring up 2nd and 1. Lawrence Rucker came up, made the tackle. Raiders trying to put this one away. If the Raiders win, they need a Charger loss to be the 4 seed, and they'd end up hosting the Chargers if that was the case. 4 wide. Pearson in the shotgun. 2nd and 1. Pearson looking. Pearson looking. Throws deep. And Clymer can't hold on. Lathan Ransom knocks the ball away. On 2nd and short, the Raiders went long. Came up empty. Now be 3rd and 1 from their own 39-yard line. .5:58 left. Raiders come out, 3 to the far side. Pearson in the shotgun, 3rd and 1. Pearson to Cousins up the middle. Cousins picks up the first down, a gain of 3. That'll be a first down for the Raiders. Jared Bowles came up, made the tackle for Indianapolis. But that'll be a Raider first down. .540 and counting. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 42. They come out in the I formation. Pearson under center. Hands off to Cousins. Orlando Cousins out to the 46-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. Adam Morrison came up. The safety made the tackle in his 6th year out of Alabama. 2nd and 6 from the 46-yard line. Coming up on 5 minutes left. 4 wide. Pearson on 2nd down. Hands off to Casey Law, and he gets nailed in the backfield. Taylor Coles, the defensive tackle in his 4th year out of Temple, made the tackle. And that'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Raiders. It's a big 3rd down coming up right here for both teams. 3rd and 9 for the Raiders at their own 44-yard line. They lead by 5. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Pearson in the shotgun. Pearson looking. Pearson steps up, throws, gets it out to Law, picks up the first down as Casey Law crosses midfield. An 8-yard gain down to the Indianapolis 42-yard line. First down, Raiders. He ran out of bounds. That will stop the clock for the moment with 4.5 minutes left. Okay. Brownies are almost done, she says. First and 10 Raiders at the Indianapolis 42. In the I formation, Pearson under center. Pearson fakes the handoff, throws downfield. It's knocked down. Incomplete. Broken up by Adam Morrison. That'll bring up second and 10. Stops the clock with 4:25 left. Antonio Abrams, the intended receiver, the second-year receiver out of LSU. It'll be second and 10 for Oakland at the Indianapolis 42-yard line. In the I formation, Pearson under center. Pearson to Cousins, and Cousins not much. In fact, Cousins may have lost a yard. He did, as Taylor Coles could not make the or made the tackle behind the line. It'll be third and 11. Coming up on 4 minutes left. Another big third down. Third and 11 for the Raiders. 4 minutes left. Pearson in the shotgun. Pearson looking. Pearson steps up, throws, and caught by Smith down to the 30-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. Darnell Smith, the second-year receiver out of Maryland, on the catch. Another Raider first down. Adam Cox on the tackle. Clock is moving. Actually it's not. 3:51 left. On first and 10 from the 30-yard line. Pearson under center. Pearson looking. Throws, and it's knocked down. Incomplete. Daniel McFadden, the linebacker, knocks it down. A pass intended for Isaiah Haskell, the second-year receiver out of Army. It'll be second and 10. This drive for the Raiders taking up some time. Raiders come out on second and 10 from the Indianapolis 30. Pearson to Law, and Law cannot escape the clutches of number 33, Russ Carrington, the rookie safety out of Hampton. Going to be a loss of 2. It'll be third and 12. And the Raiders face another big third down. Raiders lead it by 5, 23-18. We're late in the fourth quarter. 3.5 minutes left. And the Raiders face a third and 12 from the Indianapolis 31-yard line. 4 wide. Pearson in the shotgun. Pearson looking. Pearson steps up, throws, caught by Law, and Casey Law all the way down to the 5. A gain of 26. That's 3 consecutive third and long conversions for the Raiders. Lathan Ransom on the tackle, but that's another Raider first down. .245 and counting. First and goal, Raiders at the Indy 5. Pearson under center. Nelson in motion. They hand off to Cousins, and Orlando Cousins down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 3. It'll be second and goal from the 2. A field goal would keep it a one-possession game. It'd put the Raiders up by 8. Second and goal from the 2-yard line. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Raiders lead it. And I lost my music. Lost my music. My speaker's on. 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. I think I know what happened. Let's try that. Yep, there it is. 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. In the offset eye. Pearson looking. Pearson rolls out, and Pearson just will run it in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 2-yard touchdown run by Ryan Pearson that left the right side wide open. And the Raiders go up by 11 now, 29-18, with less than 2 minutes left. And that should put things away for the Raiders. Raiders are going to finish 10-6, and the Colts are going to finish 5-11. Considering the Raiders started 0-3, finishing 10-6, quite the accomplishment. Yeah, now Cody Foster for the extra point. Going to put the Raiders up by 12. It's up and good. Raiders lead it 30-18 with 1:56 left. Lucas Oil Stadium, Indianapolis, Indiana. Week 16 here at Jammin' Sports. Well, the Colts have to score twice. They need 2 touchdowns. They do have all 3 of their timeouts. It can happen. We'll see. We have the Cowboys and the Chiefs after this. And with the Raider win, they have a chance now to be the 4 seed in the playoffs. It all depends on what the Chargers do. There's the kickoff. Excuse me. From the 2-yard line, Aiden King out over the 20, 25, and King out to the 27-yard line. The game coming up next, Cowboys and the Chiefs. If the Chiefs win, they'll be the last wild card. I'm more concerned about what happens when they lose. I'll explain in the intro when we get there. Colts down by 12. 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line. Hudson Card, the quarterback in the shotgun, 4 wide. Card looking, throws, caught by Stanley. And Kendall Stanley down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 8. Colts in the hurry up, down by 2 touchdowns. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Card in the shotgun. Card fakes the handoff, throws deep. Caught by Dean Sanders. Out to the 43-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 23 yards into Raider territory. 1st and 10 from the Raider 43. Card back to throw. Card looking. Card throws near side. It's nearly picked off. Broken up by Ryland Smith, the 2nd-year linebacker out of South Florida. That'll stop the clock with 1:18 left. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Colts at the Raider 43-yard line. On 2nd and 10, 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Card in the shotgun. Card to Lattimore, a draw play that doesn't go far, a gain of 3. And the Colts take a timeout with 1:14 left. Leighton Cripps on the tackle, the 12th-year defensive tackle out of Kansas State. 3rd and 7, Indianapolis at the Oakland 40-yard line, excuse me. I'm drunk on cherry Dr. Pepper. It's a big 3rd down. They'll go for it on 4th. You know they will. 3rd and 7 from the Raider 40-yard line. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Card in the shotgun. Card looking. Card rolls out. And Card is going to tuck and run. Gets the first down. Big gain down the sideline. All the way to the 15. A gain of 25. Down to a minute. They're in the hurry up. 1st and 10 for the Raider 15. Card in the shotgun. Card looking. Throws. Caught by Lattimore. Inside the 10. Down to the 6. A gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. And the Colts are forced to take a timeout with 49 seconds left. They had an injury. And we're inside the 2 minutes. 2nd and 1 from the 6-yard line. 49 seconds left. Raiders up by 12. On 2nd and 1 from the Raiders 6, 3 to the near side. Card in the shotgun. Card looking. Card throws. And is caught by Hill in the back corner of the end zone. A 6-yard touchdown catch by James Hill. Makes it 30-24. It's a 6-point lead for the Raiders. They might review this. Let's see if they do. Yep, there's the review. Did he get both feet down? I don't know. Let's take a look. I don't know. He may have only got 1 foot down. Maybe 2. We'll see. It looks like it's going to stand. It stands. A good touchdown. 30-24. The Raiders lead it. P.J. Burke will come on for the point after. It'll make it a 5-point game again. Burke for the PAT. Kick is up. And it's good. It's 30-25 with 44 seconds left. If the Raiders recover this onside kick, it's over. The Colts don't have enough timeouts. They only have 1. Raiders are going to hang on and finish the regular season at 10-6. The Colts will drop to 5-11. Onside kick attempt. And that's going to be fielded by Drake Brown at the 41. So, Colts only have a timeout. A couple of snaps, and this one is over. And then we'll head to Arrowhead. Cowboys, Chiefs. In a game that has implications that we've not seen before in sim season history. Potential. I'm updating the cards. I'll tell everybody during the intro of the next game. In the victory formation, Pearson takes a knee. The Colts take a timeout. They'll probably have to snap it 1, maybe 2 more times. Colts are out of timeouts. So So the Raiders at the moment are the 4 seed. But if the Chargers beat the Seahawks, the Chargers win the West, the Seahawks will be the 4 seed. Pearson takes a knee. They'll probably snap it one more time. Now the Raiders have to hope the Chargers lose. And then the Raiders will host a wild card playoff, and they would host the Chargers if that was the case. Final snap of the game. And that will do it. Your final score. I still don't have my music. Give me a second. There we go. My speaker's acting up. Your final score, the Raiders 30, the Colts 25. Thanks for watching. Jammin' Sports.